He puts it in! 0 seconds remaining! He seems to be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness! What is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato! Scott! Oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through! He's gonna get the shot! He's gonna put it in! Back to back! Backward, can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net!
High off the backboard here. Opportunity! Here comes the shot!
Is this serious? Hold on. Surely this can. Oh my lord!
Go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, Palpatine on the goal line! He did not win nearly over! Sweep! It comes through! The Venom! The improbable! The impossible! The 4-time champions!
Welcome back, everyone, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. Today, I am joined with my co-host, Chunk. Chunk, how you feeling on this All-Star Saturday?
It's just a great opportunity for a lot of people to come out and show off some talent, have some fun. So I know I will be playing later tonight, so I just feel like there's good vibes all around.
I'm glad, and this is going to be interesting. We're starting out with the East GMs versus the West GMs, and this is not the standard format that you are used to. We're putting these 4v4 GMs against one another in a drop shot rumble match, then into a snow day match, and then into a 4v4 match. Chunk, which one are you most excited to see?
Drop shot rumble, it's a combination of two different game modes, and I feel like there's just so much opportunities there.
A lot of opportunities there will be. It's going to be interesting to cast, especially with all the power-ups that are going to be on the pitch. So we're going to have to see how that one goes. But I'm most excited for Snow Day, mostly because the puck is so grounded most of the time. It's so heavy. It'll be interesting to see how players adapt to keeping the ball on the ground the whole time, or the puck on the ground, excuse me. In this matchup, the West is currently winning 7-5 overall. So East is down 5-7. Chunk, who do you think is going to come out on top?
Tonight, it will be a rough time for the East, in my opinion, because you do have the residential all-star who is in Titan from the Victory org, LK. So that will be a hard person to stop if you're on the Eastern All-Stars.
Who do you think is going to stand out on the Eastern All-Stars to try to match LK?
I expect Mealy to really step up. I know he played in the tournament we had yesterday. Shout out to the tournament. But he was playing really well, and I think that he needs to show that same level of play that he had yesterday, and he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Well, let's hope, because this is going to be an interesting matchup. Yeah, I think you said the West was going to take it, and I'll be contrary. I think that the East is going to take it. They're the underdogs in today's matchup, underdogs in the series so far, in previous matchups, and the underdogs in the history of all of the matchups. I think some of the GMs are loading into the lobby, but I hope that the East is able to take over and win a couple. But like you said, going against LK, who's in Titan, that is going to be a tall task. What do you think the scoreline of this game number 1 is going to be?
This is the most. If it was normal Rumble, we'd be seeing like 15 goals here in game 1, but it is drop shot Rumble, so I think it's gonna be different. I think it will be looking more like a 3-2, depending on what kind of techniques we'll see with these power-ups coming out.
Which power-up are you most excited to see the technique for? You've mentioned that a couple times so far. Which one has the highest skill ceiling that you're excited to see?
You've got the always OP ones. You've got your punches. You got your plunges. The underrated one I'm kind of thinking of though is power hitter. Just kind of the like unexpected power you can really get on it, and I'm curious to see how they can read that ball and really stop a lot of damage on their side.
At least in this game number one in Drop Shot Rumble, I think the power ups will like even out the matchup a little bit. I think LK, maybe he's not as used to Rumble. Maybe he's a grinder, so I might be completely wrong. But maybe if he's not a Drop Shot Rumble grinder, that it'll just kind of even out just a little bit. And if that is the case, I think this could be a series. Now, I think that the Eastern ones are going to need to take the drop shot rumble match and the snow day match if there's going to be a chance of success, because in 4v4 bigger map LK, regular rules, regular ball physics, regular no power-ups, right? I think that will be when it's the most difficult for them, so they're really going to need to come out strong. And here we go into drop shot rumble. We have the East in the blue side, and we have the West in the purple side. As Croto pops this one over and dunks out Street Soul. LK with a great touch, but the power-ups are now in play. That 10-second waiting period is over, and the chaos can begin. Ball goes up onto the west side, but it is intercepted by Jarhead, who's in the Scarab, I believe. A couple of Skylines, a Dominus, and a Scarab coming out from the east half. And I think the west half might be all business. I see Dominus, I see Fennec, I see Octane. I don't see anything quite as fun as Jarhead has, but we'll see how this goes. Of course, as you know, drop shot the first few minutes of the game, unless I get proven wrong, the spike power-up coming in to bite, and it does. Dr. Shadow driving this one all along the floor and dropping it into the west net.
Yeah, little known fact about Shadow, he is a GC in Rumble. He is familiar with his Rumble power-ups, but I kind of like the play there. It is hard to score with spikes and drop shot because you kind of get stuck to that ball, but he was just demolishing their entire side, so even if they didn't score, they had a big lead on damage.
Protecting the hole now in the east side. The east has a tall task ahead of them as power-ups come out. A couple grapples. The third grapple in a row comes out, but it is intercepted by LK. He's the guy that we need. A great big explosion comes out, and this one is starting to look like it's in favor of the West.
Yeah, just really good use of power-ups. I've seen a bunch of freezes come out. Just kind of make the ball unpredictable. I kind of underrated the grapple coming into it. It's a great power-up, especially getting the control of that ball, to have it be on your half and not damage your own half if you need to make a play.
Server Soul putting this one just over the hole that they opened in the east. Critter with a strong clear, but LK able to keep it up. I don't really know what this ball is called, but I'll call it the Ultra Ball because that sounds kind of cool. Dr. Shadow trying to get it onto the west side, but LK pops it over back into the east. Critter controlling this one, trying to get it over the hole. That's a dangerous position to put it in. Tornado comes out, messing up the rotations of the east. Bunch of people jumping, but it gets knocked down onto the midfield line, and Critter takes full advantage. Jar trying to go for the second spike goal for the East, trying to drive the ball around, drops it. Quick shot by Mealy, but it doesn't go down. This is crazy coming out from the East. They are dominating against a team that should be dominating them. LK, you need to come up huge here. He gets a quick bump onto the ball, but a great punch is used, knocking it back. Great bumps come out, and it goes into the net. Critter doubles up the score for the East.
Yeah, I think a crucial moment there on that possession was just getting that, I believe it is called ultra damage, when you do hit it with the max power you can have on the ball. Getting that ultra damage on their side so you don't give up big damage on your own. Having a 2-goal lead is also incredible in Rumble. Or in drop shot Rumble, because you've got that little protection. They can't score really immediately off that second goal, so there is no kickoff goal.
A great freeze comes out, keeps this one scoreless for the Western side. This is crazy, not what I was expecting. Of course, I root for the underdog, but they're the underdog for the reason. And Critter with a phenomenal save, getting this ball to land on the purple side. A punch comes out, saving it away yet again. And Critter getting even more damage. Critter is doing absolutely beautifully in this match. He has, I think, a ridiculous amount of points, if I'm not mistaken, and he does. He has almost 1,000 points. He has 68 pieces of damage for his Eastern squad. He is doing a phenomenal job. No one on the Western side has even close to that amount of points. Great save out from Dr. Shadow. Mealy up on the ceiling trying to get this one around, but Sandsbar able to intercept. Jarhead with a great plunger getting even more damage onto the Western side. It's starting to look very grim for this Western team, the team that has dominated in this matchup historically. But a great spikes comes out from Critter. Critter trying to do it himself, dragging his head onto the ground, and he gets another goal. Now well over 1,000 points for him.
Yeah, I think what happened here was Critter got it on the ground and he ran into somebody, so the spikes deactivated. And it's pretty much an own goal, but that is an incredibly smart play by Critter, who he's got to be pretty good at Rumble with, or at least at the knowledge of these Rumble power-ups, how he is playing here.
A beautiful shot coming out. This hole on the side of the East has continued to grow in size as Jarhead almost owned goals, but now there's two. Almost half of the pitch has been opened, and Sandsbar whips a wide open floor, but it doesn't matter. It goes into the net regardless. Now only 2 goals left, but a lot of floor to break.
Yeah, it's looking very bleak if you're this Western All-Stars team. Critter nearly had a great save with the spikes there, but couldn't get there in time. But it was looking rough for East to keep that goal out, the last one. Just the amount of damage they had on their side was almost impossible. Anywhere the ball went could have gone into the net. But Western needs to find something quick here.
Quick is unfortunately not the name of the game for drop shot. You have to at least hit the floor once to get it to glow, and then hit it again to get it to open, and only then can you get the ball to fall into the hole that you created. It's possible, but it's really rare, and now the rest of this game is just a formality. Eastern GMs take game number 1, drop shot Rumble.
Yeah, I think it was a really good Critter and Dr. Shadow. Critter and Dr. Shadow showing. Critter dropping over 1,000 in a 4v4 format is insane. It was drop shot, but still 1,000 is crazy.
Almost 1,300 points, 2,000 points between Critter and Dr. Shadow. It's not even close. I think they had more points than the entire other team. The Western GMs almost didn't have as many points as Critter alone. He dominated in this drop shot Rumble matchup, but now is when it starts to get scary for the Eastern GMs. We have a Blizzard Wizard on the side of Dr. Shadow, so that could be important in this Snow Day matchup, but it is Snow Day. We have those hockey goals. The ball isn't going to be in the air as often, and when it is, you're going to have to capitalize if you're LK on the Western squad. It's going to be interesting how this goes. Grounded approach might come in favor for the Eastern GMs, but I think whoever wins this one will end up winning the whole thing. I know that the Eastern team is already up by 1, so it's like, duh, Caster, come on. But hear me out. If the Western team wins this, we go into 4v4, where standard rules apply yet again. And that is dangerous, especially on the side of LK. It'll be interesting to see if Western team does come out with this one, if they're able to clutch up, but we'll have to see. Right now, we're seeing it go back and forth. On the ground we go. Rare ball in the air. LK immediately dives at it, but a 50 comes out, and it goes hovering right toward the Western net, but it bounces harmlessly off the top of the net and behind it. LK taking his time, but gets bumped for it into the air, looking over for Street Soul, but the puck ever difficult to hit because it's so flat. Speed Demon trying to take this one off the ceiling. Oh my lord, trying to get a play, but it doesn't work out. It gets skimmed back into the top of him, trying to pass it maybe over the top of the net. Double commit comes out. Triple commit comes out. The rare quadruple commit is the only one that is left to be seen. And it's great that we're in fours, but it could happen. Okay, taking his time behind the eastern net now. Critter dropping this one in front. This could be big, but a mistouch comes out, and we remain scoreless a minute and a half into Snow Day.
Yeah, great, great factors coming into this game. I was kind of curious to see what map we were gonna play on. We are on Throwback Stadium, so it is kind of a little bit different than most of the Snow Day matches I've played. In particular, you've got to really account for that back area you can use. You can slot it over the net and make great opportunities. And I think whoever scores this first goal will probably win the game, with the combined factor that it is Throwback Stadium and it is Snow Day, both being low-scoring maps in game modes.
It will be interesting. I love this skill ceiling that the back and open area behind this net provides. You have to be accurate with your shot. You can't just slam it around on those sidewalls. You might try to take it off the ceiling as Street Soul does, but it doesn't work out for him. Immediately getting away of his teammate LK now off the ceiling. That's the man with a plan. That's the dangerous one. But Dr. Shadow with a great here. Charhead trying to get a quick shot, but a great save comes out by Street Soul. Speed Demon taking his time up on the wall, trying to get it past one, but it gets ping-ponged around, and now directly in front of the western net. LK low boost, trying to miss the boost pad, but he's still able to get this one to pop over. Speed Demon trying to get this one to go in, but it does block away his teammate's shot. Street Soul trying to fake him out. Speed Demon getting a demo for it. The pressure is on for the Eastern squad. Street Soul popping this one over the net, but Melee able to clear this one away. Speed Demon trying to just keep it in the Eastern half, and gets a demo for it. Jarhead no longer on the pitch. Miss comes out, but Critter does well to land on it and get a demo onto LK. This could be huge for the Eastern squad, Chunk.
I've seen a lot of demos coming out. I feel like demos are probably one of the best ways, especially in a 4v4 Snow Day situation, to really open up the field, to give you an opportunity, kind of a power play, if you will, in hockey terms, to really set up the scoring, because if we don't see an opportunity going here, this could be a very long game.
I'm looking for a 19-minute OT. I think that could be huge for the Nemesis Gaming League, holding one of the records for Rocket League history competitive games. Neely now taking this one, gets a strong pinch off of LK and looks to follow, but Speed Demon now up on the wall, beats out one. Street Soul looking for the touch, gets it, but it gets saved away by Jarhead. That is a phenomenal save coming out from him. Puck spinning in the air all which ways, and he's still able to touch it even on that skinny side. 60 seconds remaining in this game. The Western squad has all the pressure. They seem to love this strategy of going behind the net and pushing it back over to the front, but the Eastern squad is starting to get wise to it. Speed Demon trying to take this one off the ceiling, trying to drop it down, but Dr. Shadow has it read. Street Soul gonna do the same thing. Rinse and repeat for this Western squad as Dr. Shadow elects to go get boost instead. Nothing super threatening coming out from this Western squad. Nice 50 comes out, 2 players 50 each other from each team, so that was a 4-way 50-50. 25-25, if you will. 25-25, 25-25. Now Jarhead off the ceiling. LK to intercept, and Dr. Shadow gets a pinch off of his own teammate. Critter trying to get it in, but no beans for him, and he can't complete the play. Dr. Shadow is there. Melee off the ceiling gets a great 50. Now Jarhead intercepts, trying to put the pressure on the Western team. The last 2 seconds, and if this puck goes down, we will have overtime. Chunk.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen any interactions with the puck. I was playing Snow Day, I believe, yesterday, and I was just surprised at the amount of pinches you can get with this puck and the speed it can go on. I feel like if either team can get something like that, you can really throw off the other team, as they will have a great opportunity here, but they will not capitalize.
Western team takes a goal away from itself. That would have gotten them back into this series against the Eastern squad, but round and round the nets we go. Street Soul with an awkward touch, but Sandsbar does well to keep it behind his own net. Sandsbar tries to flick this one, but Dr. Shadow has it red, trying to take one out of the Western team's book and take it behind the net. He does so, and Critter is waiting on the wall. Misses from LK. LK gets a quick shot. Great pass, but it's knocked away by Dr. Shadow. Dr. Shadow and Jarhead both go for it. This could be it. This is the game. And Sandsbar with the goal. Titanium white nuke on the field and a nuke to the hearts of the Eastern GMs.
Yeah, there's a little bit of confusion. We had 3 people in the same area, no one home at net, and Sandsbar, great control of the puck to set them up into this game 3, which is our game 7 here for the GMs.
I feel like it was deserved. Look at Sandsbar this game, absolutely dominating on the Western front. He had a phenomenal game, and the Western team had all of the pressure in it. It seems like the Eastern team couldn't get out of their own half, and that is a testament to how well this Western team is starting to play with one another. Like you said, we are diving into a regular 4v4 to end off this best of 3 between the GMs. And I think this is where LK in particular comes out to shine. I think he can enable his teammates because he's a Titan level player. But the Eastern GMs are no slouches. You can see a couple of red tags on the other side of the pitch. There are a couple of GCs, right? So it's going to be a tough matchup regardless. In fours, it is normally a low scoring affair, but we will have to see which GM squad comes out on top. Chunk, who are you most excited to see?
What I didn't mention earlier, LK may be a Titan on the Western side, but the Eastern kind of got their own Titan. He is not playing this season, but Jarhead, a Titan League player, he will bring this competition. And I know Critter, Shadow, and Mealy, they've got a lot of chem, so I'd like to see if the teamwork in this game mode in specific could really open the doors for some cool plays here.
I'm hoping for, you've heard of the 1-2-3 passing play. I'm hoping for a 1-2-3-4 passing play. Not entirely sure that we're going to get that, but my hopes still are remaining. As we get into this game, 15 seconds in, the Eastern team already has a lot of pressure. Jarhead beating out one. Mealy looking for a teammate mid, but no one is there to follow up. Sandsbar taking this one off of Street, so Critter takes it up to the wall. Great 50 out, but Dr. Shadow has it red and immediately puts pressure on the Western squad again. LK, that's the guy you got to watch out for. Gets dunked out by Mealy. This was open, but no one was there to follow up for it. Critter with a quick shot. Bar down and in. Are you kidding me, Critter?
We've got a really early pressure here, and they just couldn't alleviate it. Critter to a net. Great beat on LK, and Street Soul is stunned at a bar down and in.
Bar down off the ground, up to the bar, down again. It felt like an eternity for that Western player watching the ball helplessly as it goes into the back of his net. And I'm wrong immediately, Chunk, and I'm happy to admit that the Eastern squad is showing great chemistry on this 4v4 pitch, but LK is the guy you got to look out for. He sees your mistake, tries to capitalize on it, whips come out. What is going on? Sandsbar trying to take over and does, puts one into the top right and drops another nuke on this Eastern team.
Yeah, Sandsbar getting active here tonight. All 4 really on defensive positions. All 4 didn't really know where Sands was taking it, and a great opportunity there by Sands to equal up our scoring here.
Only a minute and 10 seconds into this match, and we are tied at ones. High-scoring affair for a fours game as Mealy gets a great 50 in the Eastern half, trying to push this towards the side of the West. Could have been an open net, but not enough power on that one. Dr. Shadow keeping this one in. Great clear coming out from Street Soul. Street Devil trying to run some interference. Jarhead with a great 50 in the midfield. Sands up in the air again. He's been so dominant for this team and gets another goal, but make no mistake, the 2 in front of the ball made that goal happen. Thank you, Street Soul.
Yeah, really good bump. Really good. Really just pressure on their side, being a nuisance in their half. And really, one person back is not going to cut it in fours when you've got so many different variables that can happen in a great bump by, I don't know who it was, but it was a great play by the team nonetheless.
Now the Western team has doubled up their goals and got the lead, but not if Mealy has anything to say with it. Good Lord, Mealy. The shot so powerful it made me stumble over my words. 69 miles an hour into the back of the net, tying up the game 2 minutes in.
Yeah, great power, great high-scoring affair, and great plays by both of these teams. The pressure has really been more than what you normally see in a fours match, which is no surprise with the amount of variability we have in different players as GMs, which is very cool. But nonetheless, you gotta expect some defense to step up here. You got 4 players that can all make plays. I would like to see which team can tighten their rotations to win this game.
Sandbar is the guy that you're going to have to look for if you're on the Western side. He has both goals for his team, credited for both, but helped out by his team for them. I think if the West decides to enable him, they could come away with this game win and this series win as LK tries to go for one off the ceiling, but Jarhead has it red. Clears this one downfield, but Dr. Shadow with a great beat back. Now we're in the Western half. The pressure's starting to build. Passing play, 1-2-3, but a great bump to interfere. Sandsbar whips on the open net. That could have been it for the West team.
Yeah, they'll have plenty more opportunities, though. They have had great pressure. We've still seen little lapses of both defenses, but Sands will definitely get another look like that. You can't beat yourself too hard, especially it being an all-star game.
Neely with a great dunk. Critter up for it early. Looking for the shot is Jarhead, but is beat out by LK. LK fakes out, gets faked out by Jarhead, and he takes it into the corner. Trying to make a play happen, looking for a teammate, gets it by 1, trying to get it by 2, but it gets 50 out into the Western corner yet again. Speed Demon with a speedy counterattack, but it is cut away by Dr. Shadow. LK whiffs on that one. Quitter with the shot and the goal. The Eastern team has crawled back into this game.
Yeah, it looked like the whole team was not there. LK, they had a lot of faith in him getting that hit, and just a great 1-2 punch to get back in this game. Set themselves up to really upset who probably thought we're the favorites in the West here. And I think they will do it if they have played like they have. They just need to minimize mistakes they have on defense.
This ball getting cleared away awkwardly, but Critter up to Mealy. Mealy with a quick shot on target, but is saved away by Speed Demon. Jarhead into the corner. Dr. Shadow with the follow-up and off the post! Missed opportunities coming out from both teams, and this game remains there by 1. LK with a quick shot. Awkward, but Mealy able to save this one out and away. Critter to the corner where Mealy is waiting yet again. Fakes out, quick shot, and in! Sandsbar getting a hat trick. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, throw your hats onto the court.
The Sandsbar legacy game going on right now. We've got incredible plays by him, incredible awkwardness on defense, and what a great game to end off the GM showdown here. Either team could win this from what we have seen.
Either team indeed, as a fake comes out, but a great save from Dr. Shadow, bailing out his team yet again. Jarhead putting this one out and away, looking for a teammate, but Street Soul has that one red. Dr. Shadow getting that boost on the sidewall. Now full tank, looking for another one, trying to dunk out Sandsbar. Jarhead trying to beat out his own teammate and does not the plays you want to see. 1 second left, the ball's up, but it goes down, and we have overtime in the final game of the GM Showdown.
Yeah, it's been a very equal match here tonight for the GMs. We've seen a little domination, a little bit of more equal games here in Snow Day and 4v4, but you've got to look for a quick attack.
Critter with the pop up into the air. Speed Demon trying to make something happen with it, but a lot of 50-50s coming out on the ball as Sandsbar misses again. Jarhead on the open net, and just like that, the Eastern team takes it in game number 3.
What a great performance from both of these teams. Really great games all around here, Colson, and I don't think it could have been any more closer than this here.
Yeah, absolutely nail biting action coming out from these GMs. The Eastern GMs now move to 6-7. Oop, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
say that one. And the
Uh-oh.
Western team goes out to 7-6. Great effort coming out from both of these teams, but the East take it. Fantastic games. My personal favorite was watching the drop shot rumble match. 1,300 points. Are you kidding me? That is a crazy display of hunger and want to win coming out from the Eastern team. A beautiful series.
Yeah, great showing by everyone here. Especially, I'd like to say Sans and Critter were probably the most impactful for both their teams here, and that is what you want to see if you want to. If you are a player going to a GM's org, you want to see a player who knows how to step up, a player who knows how to really win, get bragging rights, make plays. That's what you want in someone to lead your team.
Absolutely, it is. I think Sandsbar has a lot to be proud of, carrying his team, willing his team to even make it to overtime in that game. He played phenomenally, and it was a beautiful match between the East and West. I think we're going to send it to a quick break where we will be back with our first player-oriented All-Star match. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
Can you please tell me your story? Tell it to me one more time. I just want you to keep talking.
finally, he puts it in. 0 seconds remaining. He seems to be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness, Rudy, what is
He
this?
doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through. He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back.
On the backward, can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
There's high off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Is this serious? Now, hold on. Surely this kick. Oh my
It's
lord!
go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, Copenhagen on the goal line.
He did doing nearly over.
Sweep. It comes through. The Venom, the improbable, the impossible, the 4-time champions. Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our second matchup of the night. After a crazy GM showdown, went the distance, went to overtime, Game 3 alert. Always love a little Game 3 alert with the East taking home the victory. So big congratulations on that one. But we are back here. I'm Rockerman in the booth, joined by Mr. Cognition here, as we have got the Novice League All-Star match, Cog. And this one is always a spicy one. I love seeing the novices kick off the kind of the real All-Star matches.
Yeah, super happy to be here tonight. Super happy to start off All-Star Night with the Novice League, which obviously is one of the most interesting leagues, because you can have people in Champ 1 that look like they should be in GC1 doing some insane stuff, and then you see some whiffs on the back end as well. So this should be the best of the best, and also we should see a couple novice moments, hopefully, if we're in for it.
Oh yeah, I would love to see some novice moments. We got to get that emo going, you know. We got to use it for where it belongs, you know. Right in the Novice League, let's get some novice moments, you know. Get the emo flowing in the chat, you know. You love to see it, all in good fun, of course. But yeah, it should be an interesting one, East versus West here. Kyle, what can you kind of tell us about these two teams and kind of what we can be looking out for in this one?
Yeah, so I guess to give credit to the original All-Stars, we're not going to have the full teams here tonight, but for the guys that do show up tonight, we still have, it looks like we're going to have Beard from Frost, we're going to have Chunk Light from Genesis, and Sub-Zero from Diffusion playing for the Western All-Stars, and we're not 100% sure on the East. We do have Jolly Rogers and Skinny. Looks like we're still waiting on one more there, but regardless, we've got Sub-Zero for the West, who is coming out with Diffusion, if I'm not mistaken. Diffusion starting off the season 24-1. And he's filling in for his teammate Div tonight, and they are a pretty nasty team down there in the Novice League. Sub-Zero has the second most goals in the Novice League, followed by Chunk Light, who was the fan favorite in Novice for those Western All-Stars, and he's been a staple in the Novice League for a couple seasons, definitely very deserving. He's the overall player for that Genesis squad. And then obviously you got Beard coming in, and I think he's filling in for Lucky or Tizzy, if I'm not mistaken. But Beard has been, that whole Frost team is a really good overall team, and Beard, is definitely one of the people to watch out for on that Frost roster, which is why he's out here filling in for the Western team. Rock.
Yeah, no, we do have a couple subs, but you know, everyone all deserving here for sure in this matchup, and it's gonna most certainly be a good one here, as we got a prediction up. We're throwing it back up there, up and running. 2 minutes on the prediction, so get your channel points in. Let's see if we can get a good prediction here on this one, as we're about to dive into it in a very short amount of time. Before we do, quick big shout out to Silver J, coming back for 29 months. Much love to Silver J on that resub. We always appreciate it, as always. But yeah, channel 1 prediction is up here. You guys can get your predictions and let us know. Historically, Cog, the West has the edge at 8-3, but I want to know, do you think that's gonna stay true here? You think the West is gonna take this one, or does the East have a chance to bring this back a little bit?
You know, I'm not too sure. I think that if it was the full rosters, I think the East is gonna maybe not handily take this one, but they're gonna take it one without a problem. And in the West, I think tonight they're definitely gonna put up a lot more of a fight with the rosters changing a little bit. And I'm super excited to see. It looks like we got Zia coming in for the Eastern Conference, so that should definitely be a pretty big difference maker as well. So I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen. But I think that the West could even take this one off of the East now that we have a little bit of different rosters.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows what can happen, you know? And you never know with the All-Star matches as well. You know, people like to have a little bit of fun out here, and you know, just kind of mess around a little bit. So we'll see what kind of cards we get, what kind of players we get. I was just waiting for the last couple to dive in here, as we do another quick shout out to Mr. Dissa, resubbing for 3 months with Prime. Much love to you, Mr. Dissa, and everyone for supporting us. But yeah, it's gonna be spicy. We're just waiting for the last people to join. But again, while we do here, is there any one player? I know you kind of talked about a couple. Like if you had to pick one player, cog for each team that you're like, okay, I want to watch this player, do something tonight. What are you looking for here?
Yeah, I teamed with Skinny last season. He was in the prospect league on Flurry, and although he played a good amount of the games for us, he ended up subbing at the end of the season. I'm surprised that he went down into this novice league. He is a super good player. I'm looking to see some great mechanics out of him when it comes to the Eastern All Stars. And then when we jump over to the West here, Chunk Light, I mean, he's my boy. I really do want to see him kind of succeed here. But I'm really interested to see what Beard does. I haven't seen Beard play at all. I've seen Sub-Zero and Chunk play, so I know what they're going to produce. But I'm really interested to see what Beard's going to do and provide for this Western All-Star team.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm a little bit conflicted here, Cog. With this new novice season, how things worked out with a tight league expansion as well. My Genesis team is in the West, so I'm kind of conflicted in this novice league matchup to root for my boy Chunk Light there on the Western side, or my normal East to see what they can do. But we are going to get things underway, and we are going to start with that man you just mentioned, Mr. Beard, with the first goal, only 8 seconds in.
Yeah, and Beard, I mean, it looks like Skinny Legend not going to get this he's looking for, but the Beard is going to be sitting there waiting on that backside, and that's exactly what the Frost does. Frost plays super good overall Rocket League, so way to start off if you're Beard.
Yeah, no, that's a really good start there for Beard. Trying to get the score in early there for that West there, and we talked a little bit about these two teams, but yeah, the Eastern All-Stars with Jolly Rogers, Skinny Legend, and Zia, and then on the West there with Beard, Chunk Light, and Sub-Zero on the pitch tonight. And the West already starting out with that first goal here. The Skinny Legend looking for a double tap. Going to find it off the wall. Zia is going to push this one down. It's Chunk Light now taking control on this one. Going to get over the top of one. Trying to flick it out past a second one. Almost out to Sub-Zero, but not quite able to do so here. As Beard looking to fire it down. And something I find interesting about this All-Star match, Cog, is the potential for a clash of different play styles between these players. Obviously you get 3 or 4 players that were kind of the best players for their team, and now they have to try to come into this All-Star match and work together.
Yeah, especially down here in this novice league, I definitely feel that the higher MMR players, for the most part, are kind of more mechanical and I wouldn't say ball chasey, but more on the ball players. And then you have kind of like your supporting cast around those players. So when you get into this All-Star match, you kind of put all of those on-the-ball players together and maybe a support player here and there. But for the most part, it does make for some interesting interactions as Sub-Zero going to be happy to put up the West 2-0, Rob.
Yeah, Sub-Zero going to come through. Skinny Legend going to get 50 out by Beard. He beats by 2, and he's just going to leave that one right in the middle of the net there. And quickly, the West is up 2-0. Looking pretty fast at the moment, and their speed has led to 2 early goals here. And now Cog, the East is gonna have to try to find a way to battle back here and try to even this game up.
Yeah, the West here is definitely showing that they are a little bit more on the offensive side of the ball, though I would like to see the East really start to get more chances. Of Skinny coming out with a great save there, but we really do need to see them kind of put this ball down in the Western end so that way we can get them a little bit more on offense and get a little bit more shots on target.
Yeah, we'll see if they'll be able to do so here. But right now, the West is all in their zone here as a big 50 coming through by Chunk. Beard now can throw this one off the sidewall. Gonna think about leaving it, but gonna take it under. Chunk's looking for the demo, but they can't quite turn it on. Chunk tries to drop it back down, but not quite meant to be. And we'll see what kind of passing plays we can get out of these two teams. That's always a fun part of the All-Star match, is trying to find these passing plays. This one is dropped right down, but that one's gonna ring off the post. Chunk, he couldn't quite get it down with the power he was looking for. As this one off the backboard and going to be sent away. But a big opportunity to go up by 3. And if the East can battle this one back here, Kyle, we might look at that one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I mean, the West was looking to go up 3-0 right there comfortably, and Jolly Rogers here with a nice open net, and he's going to put that one down the middle. And now for the East, you're excited because you got 2 minutes left, only down 1, Rock.
Yeah, nice. This one just pops out in the midfield, and Jolly Rogers is going to come through. Wide open net to shoot at, and he's going to be able to slam it home. So, nice one there to get that one back. And yeah, now only down by 1. A lot of time left in this one for them to battle it back.
No doubt. I think that the West is kind of, or we are seeing the East, I should say, get a lot more on offense, and they're starting to put shots on target. But Zia and Jolly Rogers are going at it here, and Jolly Rogers is going to put the East into this and tie up the game.
Yeah, that one is going to come across. Chunk, he just hits it off his backboard, and it's just a quick shot bottom right there, and not quite able to do too much to push that one away. A nice shot by the East, and all of a sudden now with just about 2 minutes remaining, all tied up at 2 apiece. As this one is going to be sent back in by Jolly. Sub-Zero going to take some control here. Sub-Zero again taking it to the air, going to take it right around, and is going to take it in.
Sub-Zero with some nice control here through the midfield. He sees he has a little bit of time here. Skinny going to be backing off, and he's going to take Zia in this one-on-one with a nice little touch right to the left of him into that bottom left-hand corner. That's going to give the West a little bit of a 1-goal lead here.
Yeah, nice play there. Just able to shoot it in that quick near post. Able to find the back of the net. And now the West back out in front here in this game at number 1. This one's sent back down off the corner. Chunk, not quite the touch he was looking for. Beard gonna help him out here. As this one popped up. Gonna be pushed out. Beard gonna find another dunk off the backboard. The net is kind of wide open. They're just gonna drop it down, looking for the passing play. It's still gonna be there towards the net, but that one's gonna go off the post. They can't complete it, and the East was nowhere to be found, but the West could not find the goal.
Yeah, we might have seen our first novice moment, as I'm sure that they're going to be kicking themselves for not putting that one to the back net, regaining their 2-goal lead. But the West starting to put some more pressure here on the East, and we're starting to see them kind of collapse on them a little bit like we did in the beginning of this game 1, Rock.
Yeah, they are putting that pressure on and trying to close out this game, but this one going right towards the net, it's just going to drop in for Skinny Legend.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the last man went there, but Skinny with a great tap over one and then under Beard here, and a nice little bounce right over one who's grabbing boost. And that's going to be a good play here from Skinny to tie up the match with 1 minute left to go.
Yeah, with only a minute now exactly here, we've got a 3-3 ball game. Let's see who's going to come out on top. Jolly Rogers going to try to throw this one off the backboard. A touch comes out in the midfield. Zia trying to push that one through. For this one, going to be sent back towards the East net, but no touch comes in, and Sub-Zero is going to send it home.
Yeah, sometimes those lobbed goals are some of the most difficult to read, and he's going to get a nice, I think it's a kind of a 50 there with Skinny, and just right over the top of, I believe that was Jolly Rogers, and a great shot here if you're Sub-Zero, and put up the West again by 1.
Yeah, now got to try to find something here off the kickoff. Zia trying to get to that one, but not quite able to put it on target there. This one sent back in the zone. A big demo might open up some space. Gonna have to be pinched out off to the side. Final 30 seconds here for the East. Just try to battle back in this game 1. Sub-Zero taking it in the air. Gonna leave it for a teammate. Gonna shoot it towards the net. A great leave, and Beard puts it home.
Yeah, Beard has some amazing placement there, and Sub-Zero going to fakes off the pass, and Beard going to find it about at the highest point that he could find it at for what he was given, and put it in the bottom left-hand corner, and the West is going to take a 2-goal lead with 29 seconds to go.
29 seconds remaining here. And now we have the West with a good lead on this one, a good hold. The East can try to find something in the final seconds. Jolly Rogers, he's hunted for a demo. This one popped up, blocked off the ceiling. Skinny is going to try to get to this one, but it's just going to make it to the wall. Skinny pops it up again. Beard trying to get that touch, able to get it just away to the corner. The East trying to find something with time left on the clock. The ball pops up. It's off the backboard. Sub-Zero can't find the touch. The net kind of open. It's off the backboard there. No one's going to touch. That one denied by Sub-Zero at the goal line. Able to keep it out just in time there. And it is going to be the West going to take game number 1.
Yeah, the West, I mean, took a two-goal lead early on in this game and then ended up kind of blowing it a little bit. But, hey, you know what they say? You started with a 2-goal lead, you end with a 2-goal lead. No one really cares. So Sub-Zero coming out with a hat trick to start off this All-Star game, and some pretty exciting novice gameplay, Rock.
Yeah, no, they were battling back and forth in that one, and I mean, just the West had a little bit more pressure at the end of the time, or at the end of the match there, 11 shots to 5. So, you know, really the West able to find that consistent pressure that we saw in that one, Cog. And, you know, I think that was the big difference. Is the East had some pressure, but the West pressure was just a little more consistent.
No doubt, and although the West is missing Demoralize, who is one of the All-Stars for him, there was no lack of demos in that game 1, so we'll have to see if the intensity keeps up here in this game 2. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, an important game number 2 here for both teams here. The West trying to go up 2-0 in the series here. Reminder that now these are all best of 5s for the actual All-Star matches. The GM showdown, the only one that's best of 3. There's a quick shot going to come out early from Chunk Light, but going to be saved away by Skinny Legend. And we got a couple of car changes out there on the West. I'm noticing them right there. I'm sure you are too, Cog.
Yeah, no doubt. I definitely noticed the East were having a little bit of fun in Game 1, but the West changing up their car styles. I'm sure they're getting a little bit comfortable now. And all these guys are probably settled in after the stream Game 1 and realize this is going to be a good All-Star game, Ron.
Yeah, just trying to have a little bit of fun with it. And, you know, we see the Merc come out. We see the Battle Bus come out from the West. And then you have Jolly Rogers, who's always using the Merc, no matter what day it is. It may be All-Star, maybe any other day. He's got the Christmas Merc out here. You know, love to see it. The Happy Holidays Merc coming through and trying to see if he can get his team to a Game 2 victory. Try to tie things up as the West going to throw this one back down. Sub-Zero put it in, but the East trying to get it out. Jolly going to help on that one. Skinny Legend going to beat over the top. Sub-Zero drops this one down. The net is wide open for Jolly Rogers, trying to shoot it, but doesn't quite get the power. Zia can't quite connect on that one either. There's a nice pass, comes down the midfield. Sub-Zero going to take a shot, but a great save from Skinny Legend. Able to get it out at the very last moment there. And again, the East defense, it's got to be big for them, Cog, because like we saw, the West offense can be so threatening.
Yeah, and it's not exactly looking how it was Game 1 where the close there. The West was kind of suffocating the East. It's more so just kind of a back and forth battle here, but the West has had their opportunities and the East has been able to play some great defense. So again, it's kind of how we said in Game 1. We really want to see the East get on defense, or on offense, I'm sorry. So that way we can see them kind of put some more great shots on target.
As this one is a shot towards the net there. Chunk Light gonna have to get up and make that save there. As Jolly trying to send this one back in and gonna find a touch over the top of one. Beard gonna push this one out. The ball popped up midfield. Sub-Zero trying to get to it at 50. Comes down. Another 50 gonna have to come through. Sub-Zero was looking to stay on that one, but instead it's gonna be Chunk who pushes it down. This ball coming back towards the net. Skinny trying to redirect it, but can't quite. Sub-Zero has to get up. Zia can't quite get it through there. Another good opportunity for the East, but they couldn't quite finish off the deal.
Yeah, it was a super strong pinch shot there. I'm not sure who that ricocheted off of. That was almost an insanely fast shot. And we are seeing the East get a lot more pressure here, but we're seeing some even better defense. And as I say that, the East going to put in a nice goal here. Zia going to be punishing the West for dropping that one down middle rock.
Yeah, Beard, just a little bit of a mistouch, couldn't quite follow it up, and Zia was waiting and said, thank you very much. I will take that and put that in the back of the net and give our team the lead here with 2:23 remaining, as the East going to be the one starting out with the scoring, but this one is sent back towards the net. It's a long way, but it's going to go off the crossbar. Can't quite find its way in. The Skinny Legend sent it down, and now the East may have a counterattack opportunity with the big Jolly Rogers demo. This one out in the midfield, but Beard is going to push that one away. A nice chance there, but going to be just pushed off to the side, as this one actually is rolling right towards the net, trying to get to it. Sub-Zero last-ditch save, and man, are these all-stars here making some last-ditch efforts. This one, it's off the post, but it's going to go in. Skinny Legend.
Yeah, the West there was holding on really strong on defense for quite some time, but Skinny finally going to get the beat over Beard in the back line to put it bar down, and it's going to end up bouncing in. A great shot selection here from Skinny, and the East is going to be at 2-0 here with less than 2 minutes to go.
A great shot there from Skinny Legend. Able to find that one bar down and in, and just another nice play as Skinny Legend, one of the top shooters as you would expect here in the Novice League, 7th in shooting percentage on the season, shooting almost 40% on their shots. So definitely someone to watch out for there, and able to find that placement in the back of the net. And now the East have a 2-0 lead here, trying to tie this series up. The ball dropping down, looking for a pinch there. Gonna find one. It's off the backboard, but a big miss comes through. Sub-Zero just able to make that touch. Jolly Rogers trying to find something, gonna find a pinch of his own. A little bit of a pass across Skinny Legend. Gonna try to leave it. Nope, gonna flick it up in the midfield. Jolly Rogers can't get to it. And the East, they are all gone. The net is wide open, but Sub-Zero up the Chunk, off the backboard again. No, it's not gonna go. That one is gonna be sent away, and now it's a 3-on-0 counterattack the other way. But the West able to take a little bit of control, actually gonna flick it over the top there. And man, a couple of great opportunities for both sides, and we still remain at a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, the West not being able to finish opportunities this game as well as we did in that game 1 when they had 5 goals. They're being shut out in this game 2, and if you're the East, you're super happy to see that. I think Skinny's kind of taking control of this game 2, and it's kind of a good thing they have this 2-goal lead, but Chunklight's going to look to respond, and he sure will here, Rock, as, I mean, hey, 24 seconds left? That's plenty of time to go. Chunk getting a nice flick over Jolly Rogers with no boost here to put them up.
Yeah, taking that one, and I think I misspoke about Chunklight being in the Merc. That is not the Merc. That is something else entirely. Someone can fact check me on that car. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's not the Merc. And he's going to find the goal in the back of the net, bring his team within 1. He's trying to use it again, whatever it may be. So now the West going to try to find something with the time remaining in this matchup here. Only down by 1, so as long as they keep this ball in the air, they'll have a chance, but they got to start by getting it out of their corner. This ball popped up by Beard. Beard going to keep it up. He's trying to send it. Beard, he sends it a long way. It's going to go in at the last second. Beard ties it up.
Wow, Beard. I didn't think he had it in him. Gets a nice touch up to himself on the sidewall, and then a nice little power shot here. And even if Beard didn't touch that, I'm almost 100% sure that was going to hit the bottom of the net. So, hey, that's a great shot here from Beard to tie up the game in the final seconds.
Oh my goodness, Beard proving his all-star worthiness. If you didn't know it already, this one is just gonna go in off the kickoff in overtime, and anticlimactic ending maybe. Skinny ends it off.
Oh, it's super unfortunate for the West, but yeah, that's just kind of how overtimes go. And Skinny gonna get a nice kickoff from Zia and put that one right into the back of the net. East gonna be tying us up 1-1 here, Rock, and that was super good content. I think these novice guys are battling back and forth, very little mistakes compared to what I thought there would be. But yeah. I guess that's to be expected from the All-Stars.
True, we do got the best of the best on the pitch here, and I mean, yeah, some highlight reel plays right there. 0-second goal there, and then ending it off in overtime. But we got ourselves a tied series at 1-1. So both these teams doing battle here, trying to represent for their conference. And you know, we talked about that last game being pretty important, and this one now is very important as well, Cog, as we're heading into game 3. Winners going to put themselves on match point as we get into it. What are you looking forward to here in this match?
I think the East has kind of found their groove. I think they realize that they want Skinny to be kind of like their on the ball guy, and I think that if you're the West, you kind of need to find your groove, because after getting or they weren't exactly shut out, but I mean, scoring a last goal was a nice little way to put away at the end of the game. But it definitely was a lot of East pressure for most of that game in game 2. So definitely want to find your footing if you're the West.
Yeah, a little bit different than what we saw in that game number 1, where the West just had so much pressure and the East couldn't really do anything with it. But the East, like you mentioned, found their footing, maybe finding that rotation and maybe finding that chemistry that, you know, can, as we mentioned earlier, can often be lacking sometimes in these all-star matches. You get 3 great players who are often very, you know, it leans very attack heavy for the all-stars. And right now trying to find how he can play with a 3-man unit. Right now tied up at 1-1. This one sent back in off the backboard. Sub-Zero gonna bang it down. Jolly Rogers though gonna cut it. Gonna try to turn it back. Gonna find the 50, but Beard sending it down. Chunklight is waiting on the wall trying to find something there, but not quite gonna get that one as it's pushed out to the midfield. Big 50 coming up top. Sub-Zero already up for that one, but Jolly Rogers is gonna connect on it. Able to push that one away. Is this one thrown off the backboard? Wide open net, but Skinny Legend, no, can't quite hit that one. Maybe a little bit of a novice moment as Sub-Zero trying to turn it into a highlight reel, but another tough one right there.
Yeah, no doubt. We just saw some great defense there from Jolly Rogers. I thought that he was going to beat over the top, but he had a great block there. And we're seeing the West and East kind of battle back and forth here, as we did see in this game too. And nice save here from Jolly Rogers. And the East is just barely hanging on, but you really want to see them get back on offense where they're comfortable here if you're an Eastern fan, Rockerman.
Yeah, this one was a little bit dangerous, but now they finally get it out. And there's the offense that you asked for. Skinny Legend is going to deliver.
Yeah, Skinny, like I said, this is the guy that these guys are looking to kind of shoot the ball and get them the ball. And Skinny's going to be able to put that one right down the middle of the net, getting a nice beat over that Western defender in the back to put them up 1-0.
Yeah, nice goal there by Skinny Legend. Always ready to shoot those ones. And like we mentioned, he's a sharp shooter. So you give him an open net, he's not going to miss here. As Jolly Rogers saucing this one up to Zia off the backboard there. Trying to find a follow. Jolly can't quite put it down, though. That was a great opportunity again. This one comes across in the midfield. Beard gonna have that one cut off by Skinny. It's Beard. He was looking for the demo there. We're gonna find it. This one pushed off to the side. Chunk Light looking to stay with that one, but right to Sub-Zero. Sends it back in. Zia gonna pop this one up high. Beard looking to keep it back in. Skinny gonna jump on this one, trying to keep it out of the midfield. Chunk gonna find a big pinch up high there. Zia can look to connect this one towards the net. Skinny Legend trying to find a touch out. Jolly Rogers has to push that one away from going in his own net. Chunk Light with an opportunity, but good battle back on defense from the West as we're just past halfway. Cog, the East holding on to their 1-0 lead as this one can be pushed out.
Yeah, and I mean, the West really has not had that same offense as we saw them have in Game 1 when they had, I repeat, 5 goals. So, I mean, they really are kind of being lackluster, but maybe the Chunk Light demos will do it for them, and right off the post. This East team is holding tight on defense, Rock.
Yeah, they are holding strong, surviving some demos there, as a lot of demos in this lobby to be had. We're missing the top demo guy in Novice, second, or actually I think he might be first in all of Nemesis in demos per game. But yeah, they may be missing him, but in Demoralized with his 4.28 demos. But you got Sub-Zero, 2.36. Jolly Rogers there as Chunk Light. No, he can't quite hit that one. But Beard is going to help him out. They are going to get it in the back of the net there, and they are going to tie things up.
A huge sigh of release for the West here. I know Chunk Light was kicking himself right there, but Beard says, "Don't you worry, I got you, fella." And that's going to tie up the game with 1:30 left to go, and these Novice teams still battling it out in this Game 3.
Yeah, big one there by the West, able to tie things back up. Like you mentioned, a crucial game here. Winner is going to put themselves on match point as a double commit comes through. This one going to be sent back into the corner. Chunk going to take control. Try to stay with that one. This ball's going to pop up. Zia going to throw it in off the corner. This one popping up again, but Beard already up to it, able to send it down. He's on the sidewall there, trying to get it out, but Jolly Rogers gonna pinch it. He's gonna send this one in towards the net. Is it gonna go in? No, Beard is gonna save it. Oh my goodness, almost a highlight reel Cookser pinch right there.
Yeah, and Beard has really been finding his footing those last 2 games. He's really surprised me. I know he was kind of my player to watch, and kind of seeing him here, he's definitely holding it together for this Western team as they try to find themselves some offense here. I think that the East is still doing a really good job of keeping up that offensive pressure, but we are seeing it go a lot more back and forth here in this last couple seconds, Rockman.
And now final 30 seconds here of this game number 3. Winner gonna put themselves on match point, trying to take the series. This one on the sidewall, just Beard there. Beard gonna find a touch, trying to stay with it. Zia gonna send this one up high, off the ceiling. Gonna find a nice touch. Is Sub-Zero. Able to just push away the corner. Jolly Rogers can't quite connect. The net is open, but Skinny Legend is able to get back in time. Beard now with a big 50. All of the East are out of net. Can they turn it around? No. It's going to go over the top. Another miss comes through. Zia, can they find another 0-second goal here? No. It's going to be sent back. The West trying to get to this one, but it is going to hit the ground, and we've got overtime for the second game in a row.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if this is going to be another 6-second overtime. Hopefully not, or if we're going to go a little bit further here. It seems that's the only way that these overtimes go, as Beard is trying to put that away. But we're definitely seeing a lot of back and forth from these teams, and I'm not really too sure who's going to be able to close this one out here. It's going to miss that one over the top, but I would like to see the West pull this one out after being down 1-0 most of the game, Rock.
Yeah, and the East had a great opportunity right there at that open net, but they couldn't quite turn it down here. A Skinny Legend get a hit into his former teammate Chunk. They were on Genesis early in the season. Now opponents in the All-Star match here. Skinny gonna take this one up, gonna get it over the top of one, but Chunk is coming through. Skinny's gonna get it by a second, trying to get it into a third. See it? No, it's denied away. Oh my goodness, Sub-Zero with an insane save on the goal line to keep that one out.
Wow, and as a West fan for this game, that was an insane save from Sub-Zero. I thought that was all but in with a great pass over to that backhand post, and I mean, he's going to save it off the back post himself, so that's going to keep the West alive in this Game 3, and they're still kicking with a little bit of, I guess we're a minute into this overtime, Rock.
Yeah, that was insane right there. Insane save. A big demo. Watch out from behind. Skinny can't get back to it. Sub-Zero sends it in. The hero on the save. The hero with the goal. And the West take the series lead.
Yeah, nothing, not to take away anything from Beard there with a great pass and immediately went for the demo, getting the demo on the back goal line to set up Sub-Zero for the game-winning goal and the game-winning save. Wow, what a game 3 from these Western All-Stars, Rock.
Yeah, the West able to battle back down early, down for a good bit of that game, but battled back and made some clutch performances there at the end to give their team the victory and the 2-1 series lead as we'll be heading to a game number 4. And another important one here. I guess all of them just keep getting more important as we go. I guess that's the nature of the beast here, Cog, as we'll be heading to Forbidden Temple for game number 4. The East down 2-1 in the series. How do you, if you're an East fan here or an East player, how do you get them back in this matchup, try to force that game 5?
Yeah, I think the East had a lot of control and a lot of pressure here in that game 3. And I mean, like I said, they were up 1-0 for most of that match and just kind of lost it there in the last 90 seconds of the game. And the West kind of showing that they still have that solid roster with just, I mean, big plays coming out from Sub-Zero, to be quite honest with you. And Beard doing his thing. He's kind of the overall guy for this team, and Chunklight holding it down strong for the defense. So if you're the East, you just got to get more on offense, like we've been saying all series, Rock.
All right, well, we'll see if they've got the offense here as we are diving into game number 4 between these two teams. The East trying to send us to a game 5 as this one popped up. Skinny Legend with an opportunity, dropping it down, but just going to go a little bit wide here. This one sent back down towards the net off the crossbar. Beard going to make that touch, able to send it a little bit wide. This one sent down and the net is wide open. Chunk just has to get to this one, but Zia is there in time. And another moment where it's been weird, Cog. I don't know how many times we've seen these nets wide open, but it's been a little too many times, I think.
Yeah, it's almost like they don't expect it to be as open as it is, because I mean it is the All-Star game, so it's not like everyone's playing like they're absolute 100% maybe right now. So I think maybe we're going for a boost a little bit over ball, and I don't know if that's just kind of surprising some of these players, but we've definitely had a lot of chances here that haven't exactly been capitalized on. But that's nothing to take away from these players. I think it's just mainly an All-Star game thing, Rock.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe just going full on offense and, just send it. What the heck's a defense anyways, So right now, trying to play some defense here is the West as they're going to push that one just a little bit wide. The East looking for a big goal here, try to get a lead, looking to force game 5 as this one popped up. Opportunity for Sia, but Beard is going to get back there. He's playing some defense. Right now, the West in their own zone, backing up, trying to put that one in as this one pops up high towards the net. Is there enough room? It's dropped down. Oh no, he can't finish it. Jolly Rogers. No, that's a tough break.
Yeah, Zia's going to put a great pass down middle, and he's going to get a nice pinch off the back wall, but Jolly Rogers not able to finish that touch, and West is wiping off sweat from their foreheads from that one. And maybe if you're the East, it's not the offense you need to stay on, it's just the opportunities that you need to finish if you want to get to this game 5, Rockerman.
Yeah, no, you definitely need that here. And this one is going to be finished off by Sub-Zero on that undefeated Diffusion roster. And he's going to send that one in.
And might I add, Sub-Zero pulling out the battle bus now. I don't believe that's what... Could be mistaken, but a great shot from him coming in over the top and put that one top left and putting the West up 1-0.
Yeah, big shot right there for the West. Able to grab that lead here. It is Forbidden Temple. We've seen some crazy things, as always, on this map. As this one's trying to pass that one out, but it's going to be denied away. Sent back down. This ball going to be popped up. Is that one Skinny going to take it, sending it down. It's just Beard back. Oh, no, he's going to miss the ball. Maybe work out as a fake there and just somehow, some way, find the back of the net.
At this level, sometimes all you need to be is a threat, and Skinny was definitely a threat on that ball there, and I mean, you can't really just not play the ball that instant, so he's going to get a nice fake under one of the Western defenders, and that's going to tie up this game 1-1 with about half the game to go.
Yeah, a lot of time, and hey, you know what? Sometimes you just take it, He wasn't trying to hit the ball anyways, as this one, a big demo, is going to open up some space on the net here. Pinched across, going to be pushed just a little bit wide there as, the East, a little awkward there. Who wants it? This one, Jolly Rogers, he's going to dive at this one. Going to grab that boost, going to get it by one. Can't quite get it by a second though. This one shot towards the net. Beard, not a lot of boost. Going to take it up the side. Chunk late with a nice touch, able to get it over the top. This one to the backboard here. Beard. Oh, it's actually going to go bar down and in. I didn't even think that one was going in.
No, and you can see why no one on the West really reacted to that because Jolly Rogers on low boost, might I add, gets a nice little lofted over, and it's going to drop down right bar down. That's a pretty impressive shot if you're Jolly Rogers. So that's going to put them up 2-1 if you're the East.
Yeah, maybe redeeming himself for not being able to capitalize on the open net earlier. He's going to find that one. I mean, that bar was very kind right there to send that one in the back of the net. And I know Jolly Rogers will be happy to see that one happen. As now we've got 2 minutes remaining in this one. The East have the lead, trying to force the game 5. The ball pushed to the corner. Skinny Legend looking to find something, shooting it towards the net. Off the backboard. Double commit comes through from the West, but now they can try to clear it out. Sub-Zero sending it down. It's going to be blocked away. Skinny going to find that touch, trying to send it down. Chunk Light in the corner. This one off the backboard. Oh my goodness, Zia almost found that dunk there. Not quite meant to be. This ball again flies up. Skinny Legend trying to find it off the backboard. Beard going to help his teammate out here. Trying to take control, but not a lot of boost. This one pops up high. Zia dropping it down to Jolly Rogers. A nice touch towards the net. Double commit from the West. Skinny Legend trying to send this one down, but Chunk all over that. And knowing his former teammates' antics, able to get that one away. And now here we are, Cog. About a minute left here in this game number 4. The West need to try to find a goal. They're going to want to force OT.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing their offense go a little bit flat here in these last couple of minutes, and the East has been pretty much dominant. I know they're in their end right now, but the West is kind of needs to put a couple passing plays together. And if you're the East, I mean, you've been doing really good at keeping up pressure, but this Western team is not looking to let you go to Game 5.
Yeah, they're going to try their best here in the final 35 seconds of game number 4. Going to try to send us to OT for the 3rd straight game. This one off the corner. Feel a shot coming through, and it's going to go in. Chunk Light over the top. He is going to tie it up.
Yeah, and these guys just they want to play more on stream because this is going to be another OT here. I know we got 29 seconds left, but this is going to be a nice bouncing shot here from Chunk Light off the sidewall from Beard and tying up the game with 29 seconds left. Rock, this is going to be another close one. It feels like.
Yeah, overtime may be looming here. The West going to try to end the series right here. The East, uh-oh, that ball is coming down. Watch out. It's going to be popped up high. Skinny Legend going to be dunked up by Beard. Off the backboard, Jolly Rogers can't find the touch. Chunk trying to push it in. But this ball still going to stay up high. Going to be sent out now. The East trying to force this game 5. The ball is going up high. Zia can't get to it. Beard sends it down the West. Can they end the series right here? Chunk Light can't find that touch. The ball, it's going to pop up here. Going to be put to the sidewall, and we've got overtime again. 3rd straight game here, Cog, between these two teams.
Yeah, outside of Game 1, all of these games have been battles. Even in Game 1, I believe we were tied up 2-2 at one point. So even though that was a 2-goal win for the West, I think that all of these games have been very, very tight. And the West has kind of been, I believe, back and forth. They've either been coming back. Both these teams either have had to come back or have had the lead. So I'm very interested to see what's going to happen in this Game 4. I know the West is playing some really good defense, but I really do want to see the East capitalize on some of their shots they've been missing.
The East trying to find one here. Has a couple of early opportunities. This one just going towards the net. Going to try to pass it away, though. Maybe looking for a teammate, but can't quite find it. Demo comes through. Going to be pushed across. Could be dangerous now. Beard has a little bit of control. Trying to flick it up. Going to find a bump instead. This one off the wall. Chunk Light diving on this one. Beard going to take it back towards his own net right there. Going to send it off to the side. Going to pop this one up. It's going to be blocked away. Off to the side, Zia. Can't find that 50. Flip out. Trying to stay with this one. Going to find a 50 up high. The West trying to send this one towards the net. It's off the backboard. Zia is going to pop it. The East may have a counterattack opportunity. This one sent off the backboard. Follow-up attempt is going to go in. Skinny Legend is sending us to game number 5.
Sure enough, the GM showdown, although only a best of 3, it was going to Game 3. This is going to Game 5, and Skinny Legend going to put a nice shot down the middle there. Great accuracy from him. East is going to tie up the series 2-2, Rock, and we are going to Game 5.
Well, what else would we expect? We go the distance in the first matchup of the night, the GM showdown, and how about the Novice League All-Star match going to Game 5 as well between these two teams who have just battled it out here in this one. And like you mentioned earlier in that game, Cog, is that it's not one of these things where it's, it's one of those Game 5s where it's like, oh, hey, one team was kind of dominant, the other team kind of lucked in a couple wins here or there, got some blowouts. All these games were really close and some real good battles between the best of the best in the Novice League.
Yeah, no doubt. And even then, some of these guys filling in, but Zia has been really impressive. I think Beard has been really impressive. Sub-Zero has made some crazy saves, especially in that Game 3. All of these guys really showing why they are on the stream right now for this All-Star game, Rock, no doubt.
Yeah, some all-star level plays. We've had some really close highlight reel shots for both teams, some insane saves. And now, as we head into game number 5, who is going to represent for their conference? Will it be the East trying to battle back this deficit, this all-time deficit of 3-8, or will it be the West continuing their long-standing dominance here? We're going to have to find out as we are into game 5 on Champions Field here. Sub-Zero going to push this one off to the side. Going to find another touchdown. Skinny. He'll take control, but Demos raining out early. 3 demos in a short period of time as that one is going to be pushed out. And I did mention earlier, Cog, that we had three of the top 4 demos in this match, and the 4th one was an all-star, but he couldn't make it. So these demos could be big to find a key goal here, as this one is looking like it, but Sia is going to make the save.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, I could only imagine if Demoralized was here, what this would look like, because within the first 30 seconds, we already had 3 bumps. And although we've kind of quieted down here, we know these teams are heads up and will go for bumps when they know the opportunity is right.
Yeah, no, the bumps are huge, and they've become such a key to Rocket League in the year 2025. Is those bumps, those demos, and now who will put those to the test here and find themselves a big all-star win? This one's sent down now. Skinny gonna throw it off the corner of the East, trying to get some pressure here. Skinny looking for a 50, but Sub-Zero is on that one. Chunk gonna help him out, looking to take it down the pitch here. Going in reverse is Jolly, gonna pop it up high. This one at the corner, gonna be blocked out. Zia trying to find that dunk, gonna find it, able to send it down, send it to the corner, trying to get it around Chunk, but good defense by Chunk, able to get that one out of the way. This one dropped down. Beard banging this one a long way, looking for Chunk, can't quite connect though. But I love the idea there, try to find these passing plays, try to open it up with some defensive plays. This one is shot towards the net. Skinny, oh my goodness, what a dunk.
I can't believe that he got that one in there. Zia with a great force here off of Sub-Zero. And Skinny is going to force it right past Chunk, like off the bar, might I mind you. So, I mean, that's a nice little tight double tap right there from Skinny. So, East going to take this 1-0 lead with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, nice little pass over, and then Skinny Legend really putting on the goals in this series for the East. And, you know, we wanted to see them step up and take that offensive lead. He most certainly has. It's the East up 1-0 in game 5, trying to close it out here. This one dropped down, can't quite connect. Skinny gonna take control, gonna stay with this one, but a 50 gonna come through. Double commit on both sides, triple commit now from the East as they're just desperate to get it out. Zia though can't quite connect the ball off the corner. Skinny gonna have to help out, able to send that one down. Now the West forced to race back, a little bit awkward. Chunk gonna help pinch that one out over the top of Jolly. Zia throws this one in the midfield, dangerous ball. Beard off to the side, looking for Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero trying to drop it down, but that one actually gonna be blocked by an Eastern teammate, as they may have had an open net there. This Jolly getting harassed just a little bit. Gonna find the 50, gonna find another 50. The net wide open. Can they finish it? It's Skinny Legend yet again.
Jolly Rogers getting a great 50 to a great pass there, and Skinny, who has been on the board for this Eastern team all night, kind of got to swoop in there and steer the goal from Jolly. But hey, I'm sure they're happy to be up 2 goals. And might I add, Rock, all of these guys, except for Jolly Rogers, have changed back to Phoenix and Octane. So this is a serious game 5.
Yeah, no, you take it serious. You get to game 5, you know, all cards on the table here. And I mean, hey, Jolly Rogers, he does main the Merc, so he's serious. He's always serious, looking for those demos there, as he and the East now have a 2-0 lead in game 5, trying to close it out with the West. Can they find some offense? Looking for this one off the backboard. Gonna fake it out there. Chunk, he's driving it down. Oh my goodness, they drop it down. Chunk, no, we can't hit it. The follow-up, no, that one's off the post too. Oh my goodness, that was almost highlight reel play, but instead, Jolly Rogers gonna dribble on their heads.
Yeah, Jolly Rogers is gonna do a nice little 1v1 play here. Gonna dribble it over Beard and then get it right past Chunk, and Sub-Zero just a little bit out of the net there. And I mean, hey, the East is gonna take a 3-goal lead with 90 seconds to go.
And 90 seconds is what the West has to work with. The time most certainly not on their side. Is this one going to be pinched back towards their net? It's going to go off the post there. Not quite able to find it in. The West desperate to try to find something. Beard, not a lot of boost, finds a 50, but Zia sending it down. Jolly Rogers is hunting. He's going to find his own teammate, and Zia is going to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, and Zia getting I think this is going to be a nice little lead from his teammates here. Jolly Roger getting a great 50, but we definitely just saw the East kind of develop a lot more form in this series than the West did, and I think that was kind of the deciding factor. There's still plenty of time left in this game, but if you're an East fan, you're definitely pretty happy with the 4-0.
4-0 lead. Gonna be near impossible, I would say. Maybe not impossible, but pretty close to try to come back. But I mean, if there's a team to do it, you got the Western All-Stars here. So if there's a team I want, I want an All-Star team. Try to make a four-goal comeback here in the final minute. And it's gonna start with Beard trying to set it up. Jolly Rogers gonna clear it a long way. It's just him and the wide open net. He's gonna take it in, and he is gonna pretty much seal the deal here for the East.
No doubt. West getting a little bit eager there. Know they're down 4 goals. Kind of have to send it, and Jolly Rogers is going to be happy to take another goal, put that one in the bottom left-hand corner, and East up 5-0 at this point.
Yeah, the East going to close this one out there. Great series so far, or overall here, Cog. I mean, all the games ended up being really close, maybe besides this last one, but I feel like it wasn't for lack of trying. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What is that?
Yeah, no doubt it was not because of a lack of trying. I think that every single game was a game one, and Skinny going to drop it down here, and Jolly Roger's going to fall right down on it to make it a double tap. And that's going to put them up 6-0, and I don't think there's a whole lot the West could do at this point.
Yeah, that's just a novice moment, I have to say. There is it's just gonna fall on the ball into the back of the net, and sometimes everything is working for you, and right now for the East, everything is working their way, and everything is going Jolly Rogers' way as he puts in another.
No doubt. I mean, assists, goals, you name it. This man wants it here in this game 5. And Skinny looking to do it himself right there, but Jolly Rogers is going to say, nope, you took one from me. I'm taking one back from you.
Yeah, he's gonna snag that one. Gonna send it in the back of the net, and the East again add to their tally 7-0 here in the final game. As the East gonna look to bring this series a little bit closer now, bringing the all-time record to 4-8. So, a series once dominated by the Novice League, the East bringing it back a little bit. And, if we're keeping score on the night, as Jolly Rogers tries to find one more, if we're keeping score on the night here, Cog, the East now up 2-0 on the night. So they just need one more win to at least secure a tie in the nightly series.
Yeah, and congrats to these Eastern All-Stars and the boys that filled in tonight. I think that these were some great games, a super good Game 5. The East obviously having a nice dominant Game 5 here, so maybe not as close as you want it to be, but the whole rest of the series, I mean, 3 overtimes, games 2 through 4. This was a great Novice All-Star game, Rod.
Yeah, it really was a great all-star game between these two teams. I mean, back and forth all series long until the very end. The East kind of ran away with things a little bit, but they are going to hold on, gonna get that win, a big one there. So congratulations to them for sure on that big victory. But with that being said, we have got to head to a quick break. We're running a little behind, but All-Star Night, when they're giving us this content, I mean, how can we complain here? But we are going to take a short break. When we come back, we're heading to the Prospect League for another spicy one. We're going to see Mr. Cognition on the field there, see what he can do for us on the pitch, as we're going to come back for that one. Another battle between East and West. The Prospect All-Star match is coming your way in just a couple minutes, so stick around, and we'll see you guys in a few.
Broken and bruised and starting to bleed. I want somebody like you to sew up the seam. Cause I'm over being sober. You're like smoking 40 clovers. Can someone put your perfume up in my RV? And no amount of time can take this pain of mine. But with you I feel alright. Cause girl, you make me numb. You got anesthesia in your shirt, now number 5. Side effect amnesia from your chapstick kiss on mine. You're my own sangria, you make me forget my lines. You got anesthesia in your shirt, now number came up a rose. Now I'm falling in the spot. Got drunk off of a wishing well. Turn our bed into a casket. Let's overdose. And no amount of time can take this pain of mine. But with you I feel alright. Cause girl, you make me numb. You got anesthesia in your shadow number 5. Side effect amnesia from your chapstick kiss on mine. You're my own sangria, you make me forget my lines. You got anesthesia in your shadow number 5. Number 5. You got anesthesia in your shirt now, number 5. Side effect amnesia from you running through my mind. And you know I need you, you're my favorite kind of high. You got anesthesia in your shirt now, number 5. Girl, you make me numb. You got anesthesia in your shirt now, number 5. Side effect amnesia from your chapstick kiss on mine. You're my own sangria, you make me forget my lines. You got anesthesia in your shirt now, number 5. Number 5. Girl, you make me numb. In your shirt now, number 5. Girl, you make me numb. From the moment you were born, you always had it all. And I guess someone dropped the ball, 'cause look where you have gone. You had everything, fucking everything. You don't know. You had everything, threw it all away. You don't know. You got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need.
Literally, he puts it in 0 seconds remaining. He seems to be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness, Rudy, what is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, oh, he gets the flicking. He gets it through. He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. Backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
This here, hold on. Surely this kid. Oh my lord!
Go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Open on the goal line.
Nearly over!
Sweep. It comes through. The Venom, the improbable, the impossible, the 4-time champions. Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our next matchup of the night. We've had 2 bangers going the distance, and we're looking to see if we can make that 3 for 3 here as we're moving on to the Prospect League. Rockerman back in the booth, joined by Mr. Chunk Light. And Chunk, you guys did give us some entertaining content, I can't lie.
Yeah, you always got to go to 7, whether you like it or not. I was gonna say in chat, go to overtime for the content, but I decided not to. We were down 5 anyway by that time, but
Yeah.
hey, it's good to see what these prospects will bring to the table tonight.
Yeah, we do have the prospects joining up with us here, and it looks like we got them all in the lobby. I know we're running a little behind, so we'll talk about them as we go, Chunk, here, as we'll get them joined on up in the lobby. But a lot of great players out in this one here. Who are you looking forward to the most in this matchup between these 2 teams?
I like a little Speed Demon versus Crotera. I feel like those are the dominant players that are gonna be to look out for, as Nilla will get one right off the rip.
Yeah, Nilla, otherwise known as Cream, just a 50 right in the midfield, and hey, how about a 3-second goal here on this one to get the East that early lead? But yeah, I mean, we do like Speed Demon, and I guess maybe now, you know, as you say that, Chunk, we might have to look out for Nilla as well.
Yeah, a great 3-second goal. If we keep at that pace, we might go double-digit goals here, Rocker Man, which would be absolutely insane. But
Yeah.
it's good to see that both teams are out here. Festive hat we've got on Ace. People in different cars. I don't think they are in game one, actually, Rocker Man. We don't have too much fun, but we've got some wacky wheels and wacky decal on our cars.
Yeah, you always love the wackiness of the All-Star Night. You know, a night for fun, a night for some clips here. If you could hit them, is wait a minute, trying to find something there is Postman. As yeah, we have Ignition, Crotera, and Nilla on the east, and then the west we have Ace, Postman, and Speed Demon. Quite a few Nemesis veterans here. As this one trying to flick it up, looking for something there, but it's gonna be pinched back down. Nilla gonna make that touch, able to send it to the side. This one popped up. Ace gonna send it down. Nilla off the backboard. Opportunity out in the midfield for Speed, but can't quite put it on. And I like the popcorn topper right there. You know, get a little peek of popcorn going. You know, you love to see it. Speed definitely wants to provide us some content. That we know that from that man.
Yeah, Speed is known for being a dynamic player. You give him time, he will punish you. Very mechanical, very fast player. It's good to see him in this All-Star game, bringing some speed. All these players are really fast, and Speed and Ace are on the same team. What a save there by Postman. I'd like to see if that chemistry, we can see some clips translate from that chemistry here in this All-Star game.
Yeah, I would love to see some clips here for sure. And yeah, that teammate chemistry, it can be big here. And we'll keep our eyes on Postman, how they're able to fit into this roster as well. As this one popped up, Speed Demon able to send it to the corner, ball blocked off to the side. Speed Demon now taken up here, trying to find something, looking for a pinch. He's gonna go underneath. He's gonna send it in and tie it up.
Yeah, it looked like he was kind of faking a reset. He kind of shows that he was going for it. Then he just goes under Cog. Cog looked like he may have got a touch, but not. No dice there as we tie ourselves up here.
Yeah, nice pinch there from Speed Demon. Able to send it in. Even with the car, he's still able to do it to him. Yeah, this one popped up high. Cream trying to find that touch, but can't quite. But Ace gonna find a big dunk. Crotera gonna send it off to the side. Looking for a shot attempt there, just not able to find the angle as Postman. First time All-Star appearance. Postman, champion from last season. Leave on the Wyverns there. Is now sending that one out, trying to get it away. But Speed Demon is gonna drive around it. It's gonna find its way in the back of the net.
Speed Demon kind of got caught on the post there. Nilla, 0 boost, just a shot on target. Speed, a lot of facilities, but just not kind of expecting that. Great shot here from Nilla to really lead the team.
Yeah, Nilla definitely a team leader, and we've seen them be able to do a lot of great stuff in Prospect League for many seasons. This one's fired towards the net. It's just gonna go all the way down in hand, and there's our good friend Cognition from the booth to the pitch. He's gonna send it in.
Yeah, Cognition known for that third man, just a boom over the opposite third man. Goes all the way coast to coast for Cognition here, and he'll get himself on the board as well.
Yeah, I'd love to see that there from our friend Cog. Able to send it in. Is this one getting a little sketchy there? Crotera trying to pick up that boost, but not quite able to as it's sent down back in the west zone. Ball comes out midfield for Nilla, looking for that shot, and oh my goodness, just gonna sneak it in. The placement is perfection.
Yeah, Speed caught out again as last man. A great pass from Crotera, the 50, and he hit that ball against that post like 4 or 5 times, but it just sneaks on through because of the power of the shot.
Yeah, just a little too much to handle there for Speed Demon. Almost had it in his Postman, taking it to the air, trying to find that dunk off the backboard. Big opportunity here. Speed Demon trying to go up, but he's bumped off of it. Nilla gonna help out. This one shot towards net. Crotera Gonna find that touch way to the side. As this one blocked off, gonna drop down. Actually gonna bounce off the corner. Not quite ready for that read. Cognition trying to find the 50. Trying to find a demo as well, but couldn't quite place it through. And still finds that 50. Gonna be popped up postman and can't quite connect. Is Cognition forced to dodge demo? That one pinched just a little bit wide there. Not quite gonna find its way on target. That's another dunk attempt. Comes through, but 4-1 right now. Chunk in this one. The East kind of holding on to their lead, and the West desperate to find some more goals here in the last couple seconds. And as I say that, Speed Demon is gonna find one.
Yeah, that's the guy you want to look for if you want to score some goals here. Is he'll break the 500-point barrier to get his second goal here. We've kind of seen a lack of defense or just him getting caught off guard, but I feel like he'll get more comfortable, and the games in the series will definitely get more competitive.
Getting competitive for sure here, as the West is battling back just a little bit more here. Still a minute remaining, but a lot of time to try to find 2 goals. As this one thrown off the corner, trying to touch pass it back. Gonna find it out for Speed. Crotera off the backboard, trying to get to that one. Gonna find a touch. The ball sticking around by the East. Nilla can take control. Speed Demon sending it across. Ace trying to get way up there, but that one a little bit too far for them to handle. This one again drops in. A little touch comes down. Speed Demon coming through with the shot over the top. He's gonna send it in. Another goal for Speed Demon.
Yeah, Speed Demon right now with the Demon 666 on points. 3 goals, and we've seen a lot of those little, just enough power to get it right past the third man. They're in a great position, but we've seen that happen 3 times, I believe now. Just great shooting here from both teams.
Hey, if that man Speed Demon has 666 points, we better watch out here, as we're down to the final 20 seconds for the West here. Try to bring it back. Postman is sending this one back towards his own net. Big miss comes out in the midfield. The West forced to panic. Postman trying to pick up any boost. Nilla gonna send it out in the midfield. It's gonna be blocked. Last 10 seconds now. Trying to control this one. Speed gonna pinch it with Postman, but the ball goes to the corner. Gonna be blocked. Gonna be popped. Can they put it around here? Trying to send it in. No, can't quite get the scoop. And the East gonna hold on and survive in game 1.
Yeah, what a game from both teams. A great offensive game. Everyone getting involved really on on the score sheet, and just a great game to settle in. We'll see if people switch up. We'll see if they have a little bit more fun, like we saw from both the games before with the GMs and the novices. I'm kind of looking forward to see if people change up. I know these people are like to have fun. I think Crotera's not readying up, so possibly card change. Hopefully.
Card change. Yeah, we'll see if the card change does come through here. You know, we love to see the crazy card designs in the All-Star match, you know. Just for fun, just for bragging rights, you know, for your conference. So we'll see what they're going to come up with here as we head into game number 2. But I mean, Chunk, the West did almost bring it back there at the end of that game. You know, how are they going to lean on that heading into game number 2 to try to tie the series up?
Yeah, I feel like they have all the momentum coming into this game. They got 2 straight goals. Speed participating a lot on this team. You just got to look for communication. They had an opportunity last game, but they just weren't on the same page. As Crotera and Nilla on the same page here on a pass. Just a bunch of missed touches here, Rockerman, and great pass there. Crotera, easiest net he'll see.
Yeah, the East all on top of that one there. Able to send that one in the back of the net, and starting out early in this one. And yeah, after winning the first game, you know, it's always good to start out early, even with a little bit of chaos. You know, we see some chaos sometimes, but they are able to start early as they're trying to find another one, but going to be sent away here off to the side. Crotera gonna try to find another one. Ace gonna send it down. This one gonna be pinched back towards the net. Speed Demon gonna find that touch. This Postman trying to get this one. It's a touch pass down, and Crotera is gonna find another one in the East. 2 quick goals early on.
A missed touch by Postman. We've seen a lot of aggression here from West All-Stars, and they just can't, no one back off the great little touch pass from Cognition right down to Crotera.
Yeah, nice touch for sure there. And the East with 2 quick and early goals there. trying to make things happen here. And trying to see if they can add to their lead and extend the series in their favor. This one pushed back down, Postman. Gonna bang this one towards the net. Cognition has to get up. Nice touch by him, but can't quite find the follow. This one's sent back in by Postman. Gonna be pushed out. Ace trying to send it back in, looking for the double tap. Gonna find it off the corner, but can't quite put it on target. But Ace gonna turn it back around. Nilla gonna push that one out as the block comes through. As the East drop it down, Nilla looking for a pot shot towards the net. Speed Demon gonna be raced off the pitch. Nilla looking for the second one, but Cog is gonna be denied by Ace. As Ace again throwing it off the backboard. A follow-up attempt just off the post there. Not quite gonna go. As this one is pushed back down towards the net. A great save comes through, but Nilla on the follow is gonna send it in. And the East feeling good.
I just got flashbanged Rocker Man off this goal. A great little save, original save from Ace, but it just feeds back out to Nilla, who's waiting in the middle. And what a great little opportunity that they've set themselves up. The West All-Stars defense has just been a little lackluster as they are looking for those upfield passes.
Yeah, looking for the pass, looking for a shot here is the West, but can't quite find that one on target here. As we've got about 3 minutes remaining in this one. Ball gonna be popped up here. Gonna look to send down Nilla in the corner. Postman gonna try to push this one towards the net. The ball gonna find its way into the corner. This ball gonna be popped up, gonna be sent down. Ace trying to find that block, but it's gonna be pushed back towards their own net there. Can't quite find it as Nilla blocking this one up. Another opportunity. No one gonna connect on that one. Ace gonna have to push it off to the side. His Speed Demon is gonna clear that ball out here. Another opportunity off the corner, trying to find that read. Not quite gonna be able to as East continuing to hold on to this lead, trying to send it down the ball in the midfield. But that one is going to be a win for Speed Demon. He's able to send it in the net, and with 2:23 remaining, the West find a goal here.
Yeah, we kind of saw them come alive last game, and they're probably looking to do the same here. Just a little caught off guard as last man was Cog there on that play, and great speed from Speed. Pun not intended, by the way. To really just beat the last man.
Yeah, you love to see that from Mr. Speed Demon there. Able to put it in the back of the net and give his team an opportunity here. Is this one a shot towards net? Not quite going to go. Another follow-up attempt is going to find its way in, and all of a sudden, the West get 2 down.
Yeah, great little pop here. I thought was the initial shot, but Speed able to get an incredible touch. Not a very fast shot, but placed perfectly. No one on the East All-Stars really expected him to place it so well.
Yeah, perfectly placed there for sure here. As big opportunity there. It's Crotera looking to send this one down, able to flick it up. Nilla looking to send it down. This ball gonna be pinched back. Cog gonna take control here, trying to find this one. This one out in the midfield here. As the East looking to take control, gonna fire this one towards the net. But can be sent back out, and this one an opportunity, and all of a sudden the West are gonna tie this one right up. 3 unanswered goals.
Yeah, they come roaring back alive. What a pass from Ace to a streaking Postman, who finds the power to get it past the last 2. Just kind of caught off guard by the amount of power he got on it to even up the scoring here. And what looked like was a dead lost game, they have full life in.
Yeah, they're going to find some life here, and a great comeback if you're a fan of the West here, as they're trying to look to tie this series up, and the East got to try to find a way to stop the bleeding here, but Ace sends it up. Postman trying to send it in, but not quite able to find that one. It's pushed off to the side. Cognition can't quite stay with this one. Just sent back in. Nilla going to find a block, going to find a big 50. Crotera looking to push this one down. Speed Demon is waiting. Speed Demon gonna bang this one high off the ceiling. Trying to find another follow. This one off the backboard. Wide open net, but Cognition is able to get back just in time. This one fired back again. Crotera is gonna find that one. Speed Demon now off the backboard, pass to the teammate there. Maybe a fake. Is this one just going towards that? Crotera is gonna get it. All the West have gone, but Speed Demon is able to get there. The West unrelenting pressure there. They can't quite get that one in. The final 30 seconds now of regulation. The West looking to make something happen. Trying to find a passing play, but that ball is going to be sent down, sent away here. The East now on the counter. Trying to pass this one down off the backboard. A nice save comes through from Ace. And this one pinched out. Speed Demon gonna grab it. Trying to stay with it. Nilla gonna find that 50. The East looking to find something. Trying to pass it on the midfield. The net is open. The shot off though, but a nice touch. Able to get it away. The East almost had their chance to end it right there in regulation, but instead, oh no! Overtime. That ball is close as it's gonna get.
Yeah, give Speed one more second there. He comes up with the hero play to send 4 unanswered, but not enough time left on the clock as they need to find something here to not go down into the reverse sweep territory deficit.
Yeah, don't want to find yourself down 2-0 here. Like you mentioned, battle for that reverse sweep. Is this one a dangerous ball? It's popped up, and Ace is going to send it in the East. Collapsing there on defense.
Yeah, great game from both teams here at the end. I look at the scoreboard, I see assisted on every single goal, Rocker, man. 7 goals, 7 assists on the board all around, and great teamwork from both these teams. They're probably hooting and hollering here in the call, having fun, and that's all about what All-Star Night is.
Yeah, no, it's all about having fun there, and I'm sure, you know, hey, making a little 3-0 deficit comeback, that's got to be fun right there for the West here, but, you know, for the East, maybe not so much, you know, hey, but hopefully they had a fun time at least. Is now we're gonna find ourselves tied up in this series chunk. I love these 3 words. It's a guaranteed Forbidden Temple. That's always a fun thing, you know. After game number 2, we get Forbidden Temple no matter what, so that'll be fun for sure. But first, we got to get to game 3 here on Utopia Coliseum, and a very important game. I would say more so for the East after blowing a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, they got to find something here early in this game. We kind of saw it happen in game 1, but they came out hot again in game 2, scoring those 3 goals. But they are a first half team so far is what we've seen. They need to find a way to finish out the game.
Yeah, really got to find a way here to finish it out. Is 3-0 collapse is going to be tough, especially if you keep adding more goals to it. But the West not quite able to get to that one. This Cortera is going to find a big 50 down the field. Could be a big shot opportunity towards the net, but Ace, no boost, but just able to find a connection. Able to block that one away. This one off to the side here. 50 over the top of 1 there. As Nilla towards the backboard. Speed. Gonna find a connection. Gonna look for Postman. Postman to the air. Over the top of 1. Postman to the backboard. Postman almost trying to dunk it in, but couldn't quite get it down. But you saw the mechanics there as Cognition is going to fire a long shot, and the East strike first again.
Cognition and his long goals go hand in hand. I don't think he's scored a goal this series that hasn't been beyond the halfway point of his own half, but he'll get another quick counter-attack goal as Postman nearly had a great opportunity, but it went off the post.
Yeah, living up to his name, unfortunately, for his sake there. I'm sure he's heard that many times, but, you know, it did happen, and, you know, you gotta work past it. And I'm sure he will here, as we saw the mechanics were there for sure. A good reason why he was all-stars. This one shot towards the net, not quite gonna find its way on target. As a demo comes through from Speed. Nilla gonna push that one out. Cortera gonna look to collect this one, able to send it down. But not quite able to really find a good follow. As a big dunk comes in here. Ace now taking to the air, looking for a pre-jumping teammate. Nilla trying to get to that one as well. The ball trickles out in the midfield for Speed Demon. He's just going to throw it off the sidewall. That one pushed down for a moment. This ball pops up from Postman. It's out in front of the net. It's just floating there. Speed Demon going to come through. Follow-up attempt going to be denied away. As Cognition again is an open net, but he can't quite hit the angle there. Another missed opportunity there for the East as they can't quite put it on target.
Yeah, it just looked like a misflip there from Postman, but Cognition, full respect to him after showing what he was doing earlier in the game when he expected him to be up for that ball, but not able to come back as this West is showing relenting passing plays and pressure as Ace will find a goal here to equal up the scoring.
Yeah, Ace gonna come through. A little bit of a backflip. Protera pops that one up, trying to leave it for a teammate, it looks like, but no teammates wanted to touch that ball. And it's probably his ball to have still, as Ace gonna find that one. Able to tie this one up here, Chunk. And a nice play and a nice find for the West to give us a tie ball game.
Yeah, really good passing plays still in this game. We don't have the 100% assist rate here going like we did last game, but we've had that great offensive pressure we've seen from the series. Don't think anyone's going to be shut out and held to 0 goals the way these teams have been moving, as we got a little bit of an own goal here, as Postman will get credited for this this goal.
Yeah, Postman just trying to fire it behind, and maybe hits the back post, maybe not, but either way, we know it does find the back of the net, and the West find themselves with a 2-1 lead here, with 2:20 remaining. And the East, another lead that they had. This one wasn't as big as the last one, Chunk, but blowing another lead, that kind of hurts your mental quite a bit here.
Yeah, we've seen it happen in games 2 and 3. Could have happened in game 1, but they haven't showed this immense offensive pressure all game. Not really all game, actually. They showed it in the later 2/3 of the game, but after they've adjusted, it has been hard to stop these attacks that they have been able to put up.
Yeah, the offense has been just great here from the West, and the East really can't get out of their zone. You see a lot of players no boosts, and Nilla only one with boost, able to make that save is Protera. Gonna try to pop this one up, Nilla. Over the top. Gonna try to get back to this one with Postman. His first to it. Gonna get it by 1. Nilla looking for Speed Demon with Speed Demon. A little bit too quick. Unable to be demoed there. This one pops out. This touch comes through over the top of 1. Trying to find the second ace. Back out of the midfield. Could be a shot attempt, but Speed Demon is gonna get there. Cog. Gotta watch out there. He's gonna just pick up that boost. Trying to pick up the ball as well now. The ball pops up. Speed Demon with a shot attempt. It's just off wide. Protera sends it away. And with a minute remaining here, Chunk, the East now find themselves with a 2-goal deficit.
Yeah, we see how Postman has really added himself to this Rooks roster, getting great chemistry here with Ace on the pass, and Ace will find his second after he had a little bit of a disappointing game 1. He has really been the offensive catalyst here for the West All-Star.
It really has, and just what you want to see from an All-Star player stepping up. Maybe not as well of a known name. Well, I mean, probably more so a novice. Moving up, seeing Ace in the novice league for a couple seasons, and now moving up to prospect, making a good name for themselves here. As right now, a 2-goal lead here, looking like it might be a little too much for the East to overcome, as this one's sent back down by Protera. Postman taken up to the skies there, over the top of 1, trying to find another. He's looking to take it all the way, but no, it's denied at the last second there, maybe even by his teammate, as they're trying to look for a highlight reel play. Final seconds now for the East to try to find something, at least with a second remaining on the clock, but that one is not going to come to fruition, as the West come through here. Another great game from them, Chunk.
Yeah, the offense we've seen from them, I think they haven't gone under 2 goals a game all series long. They're guaranteed to put up high scoring game, but if you're East, you got to find a way to stop it or to put up more goals than them, but it has been hard with how efficient they've been offensively.
Yeah, the offense from the West is just a wonder to behold here so far, as they're able to put up 11 shots to 4 in that last game. So really putting in the work in that one, able to give themselves a 2-1 series lead here, as we're looking for the East to try to battle back. And as we move into this game number 4, Chunk, what do you need to see from them? How are the East going to bring this one back? How are they going to be able to force a game 5?
We've kind of seen that. We saw in game 1 when they scored and won, just kind of a lack of third man on the side of West All-Stars. We've seen them go for these demos that could lead them. You need to land a key demo, and be able to hold down the fort from this relentless attack, but that will be easier said than done here.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's a tough task with the way the West has been playing in the last couple games, but the East, they were able to figure it out earlier on in this series, and we'll see if they'll be able to do that here. As we're into game 4, Forbidden Temple, some craziness bound to erupt here. As Postman taking control of this ball up off the backboard. Ace can't quite get to it. Speed Demon looking to take control, but Cortera is racing, grabbing the boost, trying to find that ball too, but instead it's going to be Cognition sending it in. Postman popping this one up. Nilla towards the backboard. Ace trying to get up there. He's able to get there just in time, able to send it away. Speed Demon now off the sidewall. This one popped up. Looking to be sent back into the East zone. So nice 50 comes through. Cortera sending that one out. Looking to give chase on this one. Able to send it down, looking for the dunk. The ball gonna bounce off the ceiling. Nilla with an opportunity, looking for the demo there, but not gonna find it as Speed Demon was able to calmly secure that one and send it away. As we're about a minute and 15 gone by. This one, a dangerous ball, gonna be blocked just off to the side there. But so far, the West was looking good, but maybe not for long. This one gonna ring off the post there. A great opportunity for the East, but they can't get it through.
Yeah, we kind of saw that last man demo that I was talking about. Cortera had a pretty good look at a shot, but he just sends it off the post. They might be calling him postman after this game if he isn't able to make up for his mistake, but they need to find something here, but they have looked way better than they have the last 2 games.
Oh, as this one is going to be sent in by Nilla and the East. They are going to be the ones to strike first in game 4.
Yeah, not a read there by Postman. He couldn't find it, and Nilla able to punish the mistake and really just set them up for this. The first 2/3, the first 2/3 that the West All Stars have kind of been lacking, getting their offense going.
Yeah, they have not. They've definitely been a second half team for sure here. As now some demos just raining down on the pitch for the East. They got to lock it in here. They can be a first half team, but they got to be a second half defensive team here if they're going to want to hold on to this one. This one dropped down. Speed Demon going to send it down up to Ace, looking for the redirect. That one rings off the post. It almost finds its way through, but not quite meant to be. As this one, Cortera is trying to take it down. Doesn't have the boost to work with. Going to find a 50. Postman looking to take control. Going to get it by a second. Ace erases the last defender. Can they finish it off? No, Speed Demon. He's not able to get there, but he is able to find the demo, and he's able to turn it back around now as he's got an opportunity. Looking for a pass out of the midfield. It's going to be pinched, but it's off the post. Oh my goodness, the West almost had it. That one fired in, but it's going to be saved away.
Yeah, we've seen the pressure come alive. We've seen demos. We've seen a lot of chances open, but so far the East All-Stars defense has kind of improved and shown strong as a dangerous ball over the net, but able to be saved away by Nilla.
And this one, the West, they're desperately trying to find a goal. They do not want to head to game number 5. So we were looking for a possibly 3rd decisive game in 3 series here. So we'll have to find out if that's possible. The West trying to hope that it's not here. As this one passed out, Speed Demon, he's looking for a demo, but that's going to send 2 people away from the net. Ace does find that demo there as the net is open. Cortera racing just in time, able to push that one off the post. But the West is still on the attack. They're living up to their second half antics. This one off the backboard. Postman coming through and sending it in. We're tied up with 1:05 remaining.
The offense is just insane. Cog, no boost, gets beat over, and Postman able to find the pass down and put in the goal to equal it up.
Yeah, big goal right there by Postman. And the West continue their second half heroics. But can they do it all the way? Can they send it the rest of the distance? This one towards the net. Ace over the top. Nilla can't get up there, and the West have taken the lead.
This team reminds me of that old little clip. Had us in the first half, not gonna lie. As we've seen just the incredible offense come alive in the second half, whether it be a breakdown or just them coming alive and kind of figuring out the rhythm of the game. They have just shown incredible feeling to be able to hold the tempo of all these games here, Aquaman.
Yeah, and the ability to battle back, that is something that's very tough at times. You can't really teach it. His Postman has to get that last one there. The final 30 seconds now with the opportunity. Speed Demon got up to a Crotera, trying to fire it in. Speed Demon just in time. He makes a great save. Able to keep that one off target. His Cognition pops it up again. Shot! Oh my goodness, Speed Demon with the free jump. What a save right there. As we're down to the final 15 seconds. He may have just saved the series for his team. This one off the backboard, pinched out. The net is kind of open. It's just Speed Demon again. He's going to make the touch just in time. Cog, that one's going to go by him. Can the East keep this ball up? It's popped up high. Ace is going to find the touch. It's off the ceiling. Nilla gonna control, gonna pop it up, but no, Crotera takes it from him and throws it into the ground. A tough break, and the West are gonna hold on and win. Some clutch defensive plays from Speed Demon. The second half heroics from the entire West team, and they're gonna take the series 3-1.
Yeah, just great. I would say adaptability to how the East were playing in game one. They kind of felt them out. They kind of started to realize, oh, we can come back here in the second half. They kind of can't find opportunities, and the great play from Speed Demon, the Ace and Postman, everyone on the team really getting involved and showing why they got All-Star. And be careful if you play them later in the season, because they looked incredible here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's just that's an advertisement for the Rooks right there. I can't lie. Is they, two of them looking pretty good, and the comeback kings of the West, they're able to hold on and take a big victory there. So congratulations to the West on the victory. Gonna put the all-time series to 9-5, and then put the the seasonal series here for tonight at 1-2. East in the lead after winning the first two matches. So we're gonna have to see how the rest of things shake out here on the night. See if the East can find another win, or if the West can tie it up here. As we're going to be heading off to the Challenger League All-Star match coming up in just a few minutes. So make sure you guys stick around for that one. The Challengers are coming your way in just a few minutes, so make sure you guys stick around. We will probably have a refresh of the stream. I'm going to be switching the streamers out here, so make sure you guys are refreshing your browsers here in a couple minutes. We're going to switch the streamers over, but then we'll be back for the Challenger League All-Star match, so make sure you guys stick around, and we'll see you guys in a few.
Feel like you could live a dream, but you just failed to see it. There is always another day. For you, there's another round. No day is ever too late. There's always a way out. You got everything that you need. Everything that you need. Hold on. You've got everything that you need. Everything that you need. Hold on. You've infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, 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 infinite, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, 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 infinite power. She walks in thinking she's one of the seven wonders. She's talking thinking she'll get all my seven numbers. Say it politely for your information. You wear that dress like you wear all my patience. Copy and pasted like this song on every station. Hot and cocky, crashing my party like kamikaze. Knock off Gucci and Versace. You're a decaf Irish coffee, sticking to me like epoxy. Never take your eyes off of me. You tell me that you're a 10, but I'm not here to blend on your seat. 1 for your daddy's money, 2 for the show we've all seen. It's a 3-ring circus lining up behind me. Oh, baby, take a number. 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 I don't mean to sound like I am so conceited. I'm not being cold when you get silent treatment. Whatever you're selling, I don't really need it. Your ego, I don't wanna feed it. Copy and pasted like this song on every station. Now you're making moves like mariachi, buzzing on me like Tecate, playing candid in the lobby like mascara is your hobby, telling me that I'm so lucky. You're a jabber, you're a honey, but I'm not playing your digits in the lottery. 1 for your daddy's money, 2 for the show we've all seen. It's a 3-ring circus lining up behind me. Oh, baby, take a number. 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 1 for your daddy's debit declining, and 2 for the pictures nobody's liking. You're all 3 strikes, so you're always going out. You're the one my mom was always warning me about. Oh, baby, take a number. Baby, take a number.